So today I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite brushes, and some of them are dirty and some of them are clean. I am not somebody that washes my brushes all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I go a disgusting amount of time without washing them, which is probably why my face is all fucked up. But anyways, some of the brushes that I'm going to talk about are super inexpensive. Some of them are a little bit more expensive, but I do own a lot of drugstore brushes. So yeah, let's just jump right into this, shall we? I'm first going to start with face. I have a lot of like foundation face type brushes because I hate washing my brushes, and the more brushes that I have for foundation, excuse me, the more brushes I have for foundation, the less I have to wash them, which I'm all about. So, first brush I want to talk about is the all-time loved here on YouTube, the Sigma F80. This is a flat top kabuki brush. I use this brush for foundation. I will use it to like blend out my concealer under my eyes. That's about all I use it for. But another brush that is super similar to this one is the Bare Minerals Precision Face Brush. And depending on the foundation that I'm using, if I'm using a thicker foundation, I'll pick up the F80. But if I'm using like a really thin liquidy foundation, such as the L'Oreal, what's it called? Like Magic Nude Liquid shit, whatever it's called. Or the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Foundation is absolutely perfect with this Bare Minerals Precision Face. This brush is angled and it is a lot less dense. It's so freaking soft. I absolutely love this brush. I feel like this brush blends in foundation just like way better than this one. I don't know if it's because I think it's a natural hairbrush, whereas this one's synthetic. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it's freaking bombs and I love it. It is $28, but it's totally worth it. I've had this thing for, I think, going on 3 or 4 years now. I beat the hell out of my brushes. When I wash them, I put alcohol in them, I grind them into a towel to dry them off quicker. Like, I'm not good with brushes, which is why I have so many, because I destroy them. Not saying that's okay, but it's just what I do. Okay. The next face brush is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This brush is absolutely amazing for buffing and foundation. It's amazing for buffing and concealer. It really does give you like that buffed in airbrush look. It's freaking amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my mirror to the side because I keep on looking at myself, so just gonna do that. Anyways, yeah, this one is amazing. It's super densely packed. The bristles are a little bit on the shorter side. It does take a lot longer to buff in your foundation, but I'm telling you, it gives you amazing results. It gives you the exact same results as the Sigma, what is this, F82 round top kabuki. Basically the same exact brush. The Real Technique one is a little bit more dense than what the Sigma one is, but all in all, they're both pretty good brushes. I reach for this more than I do this though, to be honest. So another foundation brush that I like is the Sigma Angled Kabuki F84. And I know I'm talking about a lot of Sigma brushes right now. I'm not affiliate, nothing like that. I just jumped on the YouTube train and bought the 4-pack Sigmax collection, which is this brush, this brush, this brush, and this brush. To be honest, don't go out and buy the 4-pack. I didn't buy it. Tim bought it for me. Bought it for me for Christmas. Just because I was like, I just want one of any of these brushes, so we just went ahead and bought the 4-pack. But to be honest, you don't need to spend $80 on these 4 brushes. They all do the exact same thing. They will all buff your foundation in, they will buff your concealer in, and yeah. This one I will use for cream contour sometimes, but not usually. I just use all these for foundation. This one I was using for a while as the like token Jaclyn Hill concealer brush or whatever, but I don't really like it for that. That's just me. A lot of people really prefer it for that, but I don't. So yeah. All right, that is where, oh, another foundation brush too is the Real Techniques buffing brush. This one's dirty because I just used it. I really like this because it's less dense than the Sigma F80, but it's more dense than the Precision Base. I mean, honestly, like I have all these brushes in like the same cup. And I reach my arm over and I pull one out, and whichever one I get is the one that I get. And I use all these for foundation. So I have so many because, as I said, I don't like to wash my brushes. So there. Now, on to concealer brushes. As far as concealer goes, I really don't use a brush to blend out my concealer. If I do, I will use one of these. A brush that I really like for blending out concealer is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. This brush is absolutely amazing for if you're spot concealing to like blend that out. It buffs it like right into your foundation. It's awesome. It makes it so airbrush, and it makes it to where, you know, like when you put concealer on top of your foundation, like if you're concealing a blemish and you put concealer on top of that, on top of your foundation, sometimes towards the end of the day, like you have like these big concealer spots everywhere once your foundation starts to wear off. And this like really helps with alleviating that, so you don't have like those spots. It really buffs it in really well. So I really like this one for that. Other than that, I will use like the Bare Minerals Max Cover Concealer, but the only time I ever use this is if I'm placing concealer, which I normally do with my fingers, or if I am like sharpening up the edge of my eyeshadow. That's the only time I use a paddle brush like this. The next brush, or the next few brushes that I really like, I'm just going to put these all together because they all come together in a pack, is the Real Techniques Duo Fiber brushes. I freaking love these brushes. I absolutely love the eye one. Like you can, it basically does like a cut crease for you. Like it lays it down and it blends it out. It puts enough shadow on your, it's like it puts the shadow down and it blends it out at the same time. It's freaking awesome. If you do not own this pack, go out and get it. It's like $16 or $17 for 3 brushes. It's flippin' amazing. The contour brush I absolutely love, especially when you're using a contour color that's like on the darker side. So if you're using like, if you're fair like I am, or Piece de Pirate, and you use the like Benefit Hoola bronzer, sometimes when you're a pasty pirate you can get carried away like with your bronzer, especially if you're using Hoola and you are on the fairer side. If you use like a brush like this, like a contour brush like this, you can tend to like splotch that color on there, and it's really hard to blend out after you do that. So I freaking love this, and it's like so tapered that you can get like a really precise like contour with it. Freaking love it. The big one I will use on days, I'll use for blush on days when I just want like a really light wash of blush, or if I'm using like a super pigmented blush, I'll use this one. But on most days I'll use this to just like go through and like blend everything in. So like after I've done my contour, after I've done my blush, I'll just use this to like buff everything out so there's no like harsh lines or anything like that. These brushes are amazing. Like I said, I beat the hell out of my brushes, and I wash them. I do like take consideration, or take caution, I guess, not consideration. I do take caution when I'm washing them not to get water up in the ferrule, but when it comes to drying them, I will grind them into a towel because I flippin' hate waiting for them to dry. So even though I do wash them at nighttime, I still, like, it just bugs me. I don't like to form, like, I'll grind them into the towel, and then I'll form them, and then I'll lay them down, and then I'll wait for them to dry. But some of the brushes are so dense that it takes them, like, even longer than overnight to dry, so, yeah. But don't be like me. Take care of your brushes, girls, because just do, okay? Oh, no, you know what? This is another brush that comes in the Sigmax. I don't know what is wrong with my voice today. This is another brush that comes in the Sigmax collection. I forgot to pull this out. I thought there was only 4, but there's 5. But this is another one that you seriously, like, don't need multiples of. Like I said, the reason why I have multiples is because I hate freaking washing my brushes, and I will just use this for foundation. So this is basically like the Precision Face, but it's a little bit more dense, and it's a little bit smaller, but still overall a good foundation brush. So anyways, the duo fiber brushes, bombs. Do yourself a favor. The next brush that I really like is this e.l.f. stippling brush. I will use this for, ooh, and this one's dirty too, BT dubs. I would use this for highlighter if I'm just like stamping highlighter on tops of my cheeks. I'll also use this to blend out cream contour. So if I'm using like a cream bronzer, or like I have been using like foundation sticks to do like cream contour, I'll go back through with this, spray it with Pix Plus, and then use it to blend it out. I really, really like it for that. Other than that, I don't think I really use this for much else. Or like cream highlighter. I do use it for cream highlighter too, but this is an awesome brush. And like I said, I beat the hell out of it. This brush was $3. Beat the crap out of it, and it's still like in perfect condition. It's never shed. I freaking love it. The next brush is the more Real Techniques. I have a lot of Real Techniques brushes, y'all. I really do like them. I like them a lot. The next brush for face is the Real Techniques Multitask brush. This brush I like to use for bronzer. So if you're not contouring but bronzing and just warming your face up, I absolutely love this brush for that, because it really just buffs your bronzer right into your skin and buffs it out and just makes it look so airbrushed and seamless. It's Gorgiana. Gorgiana, girl. The next one is the Real Techniques powder brush. I freaking love this brush for powder. It's so huge. It's like almost the size of my fist. It's massive, and I feel like it's a total dupe for the IT Cosmetics powder brush, which is $58. This one was $10. So, yeah. This brush is freaking awesome. Beat the hell out of it. It's never shed. I've never had a problem with it. I love it. I love using this brush for powder foundation, like setting my cream foundation or liquid foundation with a powder foundation if I want that extra coverage, just because there is like a density to it, so it does pack on a good amount of powder. I'm somebody that likes a more dense powder brush. If you're someone that likes a really like airy and fluffy powder brush, you may want to take a different route than this one, because this one does have like some pretty good density to it. So there's that. Any other face brushes? Oh, for contouring also, I like to use this brush. This is just a Sephora. I've had this for years. I think it's a Sephora contouring brush, but I'm not really sure. But I will use this for contour if I don't want like a really super sharp contour. I will also use this for blush because I really like how small it is, and like how I can just like do precise application of blush with it. I love it. You guys, the freaking Sephora brushes are actually really, really good. I know they're a little bit on the pricey side, but if you don't like ordering stuff online or you don't have a Mac store near you or whatever, me, I don't like ordering stuff because I love instant gratification. And if you watched any of my other videos, you know I can't stand my mail lady. Can't take it. Can't take her. Anyways, yeah, so the Sephora brushes are really good. I really want to try their new like airbrush brushes that are out because I heard those are really good too. So I might be picking some of those up. So that, oh no, I got one more. This is the e.l.f. It says blush brush, but I've never used this for blush before. I've used this for contour. I absolutely love this brush for setting my under eye concealer or for highlighting. This is an amazing brush. It's never shed. I love how it's like tapered because you can get like right in there to set under your eyes with. This is an amazing brush. $3 freaking. Like, can't beat it. Bombs. That was it for my face brushes. I'm already at 15 freaking minutes. I need to speed this up. So, for eye brushes, the eye brushes that are my favorite is the MAC 217. The MAC 217 actually looks more like this, but I've had mine for about 6 years, so it looks like this. It's stained now, even though it's because I beat the hell out of my brushes too. But even though this is like so skimpy and tapered, I freaking love it because of that. Because it allows me to like get right in there and like do a little bit more detailed work, because it actually is like so fucked up that it like comes to a point now, which is kind of jacked up. I've had this for like probably 5 or 6 years, but it's still going strong. But I'm probably going to go out and purchase another one. I was going to go out and purchase another one, and then I got this one, and I'm like, shit, this is like exactly like it. This is just the brush that comes with the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. This brush is freaking amazing. It's a natural hair brush. It's basically a dupe of the 217. I absolutely freaking love it. The next brush that I love for eyes is the Sephora. It just says number 10. I think it's like crease brush. Oh yeah. Pro Crease. The Sephora Pro Crease Brush. I absolutely love this brush. This was like one of the first fluffy brushes that I ever bought. I've had it for like 5 years. I freaking love it for blending out eyeshadow. I actually own the Sigma E40, and I prefer this one over this one because I think that this one's natural hair. I'm not positive, but I just feel like it does a better job. I was like, balls crazy, jumped on the YouTube train, like, I gotta get me some Sigma E40, give me some Sigma E40. And to be honest with you guys, it ain't all that. Like, I don't know if it's just me, I really don't like the way that it blends my eyeshadow. I don't like the way that, I don't know, I guess I don't like the hairs for some reason. Same thing with the E25, like, everyone's like, oh, total dupe for the 217. No, it's not. Like, it's different. Maybe I just need to use mine more because mine is fairly new, even though it's dirty right now. Maybe I just need to use it more, but I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it's just too big for my eyes. I don't know. But these are like basically, for the majority, mostly the brushes that I use. The rest of my brushes are all just like random palette brushes, and I got some Eco Tools in here. But for my all-time, like my favorite brushes, that's these ones right here. The next one, and I believe is the last one, is this thing right here. This is a Master's Touch. It says 3/0 round. I don't know what that is, but this thing is flipping amazing for gel eyeliner. You can get such a fine point with it. It's just awesome. Go to a craft store and get, if you're having trouble with your eyeliner, go to a craft store and get like a teeny tiny brush like this. Like, it will change your eyeliner game, girl. It will. The last brush that I want to talk about, and the final brush, I thought that one was, but it's actually this one, is this brush that NYX just came out with. And y'all know if you watch my eyebrow video that I have like one eyebrow brush that I have been using for years, and it's all crusty and nasty. It's caked with eyebrow gel, but whatevs. I like it like that. Sometimes I feel like the more it cakes with product, the better it works. Just a little tip for you. No, not a tip. That's disgusting. Don't do that. Anyways, you guys know if you watch my brow video, like this is like my ride or die. But NYX just came out with this angled eyeliner brush. I freaking love this thing. They brought this out with their new brow gels, and if you like want a review and like a demonstration of the brow gels, then let me know down below and I can totally do that. But this is such a good brush. Like, it's only $5, and I brought it home and I was like, let me try this for my brows. Yet again, going through another one. I have so many angle brushes up here, it's stupid, but this actually worked. It worked. So I got to retire my old I don't know what you are brush, and now I am using the NYX B22 angled eyeliner brush for my eyebrows. And I went out and bought another one for eyeliner because it actually works really, really well for gel liner too. So yeah, I think that's about it, hopefully, because I am at like 20 minutes. So yeah, that was it for my favorite brushes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.